Welcome. Today we continue our topic about social media mistakes we all make, sometimes without realizing it, and how to fix them. We'll be focusing on two more mistakes, and it will be the copy paste trap is how to adapt to variety of platforms, and also flying without a navigation system. I will go back into more details what I mean by these fancy titles of the mistakes, but I can guarantee you that you have done made these mistakes in the past or maybe still making. And when I observe other people's channels, I can see when the copy paste mistake is made and how it works against that particular account. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Inga Dexter. I help business owners to make social media enjoyable and profitable so you can have fun while you're reaching to people who need your help. And previously, we looked at these mistakes. So one of them was treating social media as a necessary evil, and I was explaining how you can fix them. Please make sure that you look in the description for links to all the previous videos if you haven't seen them. If you saw those videos, please let me know whether it resonated with you and what would you do differently. Or if you look through all my previous videos around social media mistakes and you realize that you haven't made them at all, please share this as well. Let's celebrate that you are on the right path. And by the way, nothing wrong with making those mistakes, because from time to time I still make them, and it's not the end of the world that you make mistakes. It's just being aware and fix them. So the next mistakes that we already looked at was ignoring full suite of platforms, like using only stories or using only reels, even though you're better off using only reels versus using only stories, because when you use reels, you reach out excuse me, to people who don't know you. Like you can reach new audience. If you use only stories, only people who are in your follower group will see it. It's rarely when total strangers decide to see your story unless somebody is sharing it. So, and then we also looked at using social media only when you need something, because then algorithm can't keep up which content to show to which audience. So when you are sporadically posting a lot, you see no results or very little results, and then you go into hibernation till the next launch. It wouldn't work for you in a long term. That's why you need to be consistent. And also broadcasting without starting a real conversation. It means when you talk to people, let's say if I just do live streams, videos, and that's it, and not reaching out through DMs, and I'm not I don't mean that you need to spam people. Like on LinkedIn is more acceptable, I think, to slide in your DMs with the offer. And what I've noticed when people DM you on LinkedIn, so it's more acceptable that total strangers DM you. But I'm observing like what is the dynamics like when people make offer, and you can make offer straight away. And if the person is right to what you're offering, I don't care whether they made that offer in the first DM or 3 DMs later. But when I notice that people start kind of pestering me when I'm not responding, this kind of indicates that this is the energies that I don't like working with. But using tools like ManyChat for Instagram and Facebook can be very beneficial, because it's permission-based conversation inside inbox. So And by the way, I will go more in depth how to use ManyChat with your Instagram and Facebook inside Real Love Instagram Growth Bootcamp, and I would love you to join us. We start on 10th of January, but it's not time sensitive date. It's just a launch date for the bootcamp. You can join at any time, but I would recommend like start sooner rather than later, and you will have my support for 30 days from the date you join the bootcamp. So now time is, let's talk about the copy paste trap. And copy paste, it means that you are sharing the same message across all the platforms. And it works in terms of if you set whatever you post on Instagram comes to your Facebook business page or your Facebook personal profile, that's fine. So sometimes it works. However, I will give you an example. If you put carousel post on Instagram, it looks normal in terms like on Instagram you slide through the carousel post. Whereas when it's automatically goes to Facebook, it comes across as a lot of images and not in a particular order. So I would like check when you share your carousels or from Instagram to Facebook, have a look how it's displayed. Sometimes it works fine, especially if you have two. If you have two slides in carousel post, you're golden. You can put, without even thinking, put them both on Facebook. But if it's three or more, I would say even three maybe makes sense when it works. But if it's more than three, and you know, like on Instagram, you can put up to 20 slides onto your carousel, you can like it will be jumbled and it wouldn't have the same weight and look how it's displayed on Instagram. So think about how you can present it differently. A quick fix: if you created your carousel post on Canva, instead of being like a just one-off image, create it as a slideshow video and upload it separately on Facebook page as a video. You will get better outcome out of it. You can use the same images on TikTok. On TikTok it works well as well. So here you can copy paste. This is not that you don't need to not copy paste, right? It's just how you slightly adapt. Like forget about one click button approach, because the outcome will be different. The same on LinkedIn, for instance. I would use rather slideshow videos, the same how I suggested you use on Facebook business page or your Facebook profile. Again, rather than slideshow, carousel post, create a slideshow video. You will benefit it most when you do it like that. The same videos will really work well on Instagram, for instance, with B-roll like 6 to 9 seconds. It may not work that well on TikTok. You need to do your own research, but carousel posts, or sorry, B-roll posts where you say 3 mistakes, or if I say 10 mistakes to make your life miserable on social media, and reading the captions. It works well on Instagram. It will be less enjoyable experience as a reader on TikTok. Like to find the description. Description is good on TikTok for SEO purposes. For me as a consumer to try read what you've put on in the captions wouldn't work. And it may get you views, because on TikTok if the video is shorter still can get views. However, TikTok now moves into longer videos. So I would take that information and create a longer video, and you can post it on YouTube, you can post it on Instagram. It's the same, this B-roll type video posted on YouTube wouldn't work on YouTube, because I need to press the button to read your description, which is not that easy. I'm very similar. It's not so nice experience on Facebook as well when you need to read caption. So it works well on Instagram, but everywhere else you are better off slightly adjusting the way how you present the same information. Hopefully that makes sense, and you can adapt your actions. So, okay, Catherine is saying, worth knowing, I haven't checked my carousel post on Facebook. Yes, have a look in terms of, have a look to see. Maybe it displays well, especially if it's city views, right? If it's from your adventures, then if you have a bunch of photos as a photo album, it may not be as bad, right? Check how it works for you, but usually one click button approach, it's not the best. This is what I would recommend. Always adjust your posting ways across different platforms. It doesn't mean that you need to come up with new content every single time, but you can adapt. I usually also use ChatGPT saying, this is a post that I posted on Instagram, or this is a post I posted on Facebook. I want a slightly different angle or slightly different opening line for LinkedIn. Or I want to adapt, this is a video, and I am inside the bootcamp. I will show you what I'm doing with Reels, by the way, how I'm reusing Reels strategically. Because yes, I can reuse Reels, but it doesn't work. Not that it doesn't work, it will work, but in order to get most out of the content you already created, you can be creative how you repurpose it. And creative repurposing is topic that I'm very passionate, and I'm going to share inside the bootcamp, so you can see how you can repurpose your content as well, the ones that you have already. Okay, now mistake number 6 out of 10, flying without a navigation system. And it's basically, to translate it into plain language, is having no strategy, or even having no intention what you want to achieve on the platform. So obviously, if you know your audience's problems, if you know their pain points, you can craft content based on their needs and aspirations and so on and so on. And you can use ChatGPT for that. So again, inside the bootcamp, I've prepared kind of the system how you can prepare your content around your audience and around your offers. Also, with the strategy, like intentions, that's why I called this whole series intention settings. Intention settings, what you want to achieve with your activities. And for some non-scientific or even like non-strategic reasons, when I set intention, let's say I want to get more views, I get more views. When I set intentions, I want new followers, I get new followers. My views came down, so it used to be over 40,000. Now I have around 32,000. So the views came down, but the followers grew by 20 since December. Again, it's not too many. usually people say, oh, I grow 10,000 followers. But for me, for 2 years, my numbers were roughly the same. Like I got new followers, but then when Instagram was doing the cleanup, some of the bots, some of them were inactive. So the number of followers always fluctuated and let at the kind of the same level. And it's only now it's a consistent growth. I think my next intention should be growing my following and growing the views. But if I have to choose, I am for getting more views, especially now when algorithm is set that you can reach your non-followers. It doesn't matter how many followers you have, because like I have 1700, but I'm reaching 30,000 people. Do I care that I have only 1700? Well, it would be nice to have over 10,000, but if I need to choose, I would go for the views. So you want to pay attention how many people see your content, because again, if you have 10,000 views and you have only 100, sorry, if you have 100 followers and you have only 100 views, it doesn't matter that you have 100 followers. So hope you see this connection between followers and views. So that's why think about how you want to use the platform. You want to have your offers. Like if you don't have your offers yet, like you're not clear what you want to talk about on Instagram, again, I will take you through the how to craft your strategy process inside bootcamp. But even if you want to do it on your own, you can do the brainstorm with ChatGPT, for instance, or you can look at you can do the search on Instagram and look for topics that you are passionate about, that you like, and just explore your interests. And then you can start remixing the content. For instance, you like I like motivational posts and videos, and sometimes I just share, I remix them because they inspire me. Recently I posted a video with nice looking man talking affirmations in terms like everything will work out. It's so soothing, and I want to keep it on my feed, and people who see it, they can benefit from that as well. So there are so many ways how you can start showing up on your social media even before you are fully clear on what you want to how you want to position yourself. So hopefully that gave you some ideas to think about, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Share this video, leave a like, and just also a demo. I would love to hear where you're watching it, either on Facebook or on YouTube. And when I craft my live stream on Facebook, I know in advance that I want to repurpose. And that's why when I saw a comment on Facebook Live, I read it out loud rather than directly to answer that comment, because I know I want to repurpose. And this is how you can repurpose your live streams if you wish to, being mindful that people wouldn't have the same experience when they watch it live versus to watch it as a recording on other platforms. So you just word it differently, and like in my case, I read it out the comment so I can give a full answer, so people who watch this on YouTube will be able to benefit from questions asked on Facebook and benefit from the answer. So thank you so much again. If you watch it on YouTube, I would appreciate if you subscribe. The reason why number of subscribers on YouTube matters is because I want to monetize. Like, this is my aim for YouTube channel, to monetize it. But in order to do so, I need to have 1,000 subscribers. Okay, thank you so much for watching.